Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be installing a wig from Afsisterwig. Inside the package, I received a wig, a tail comb, an edge brush, wig cap, and some more stuff. The wig that I received is a 13x4 Swiss HD 20-inch frontal wig. For this install, I didn't have to do any plucking or bleaching because the lace already came pre-plucked and the knots were already bleached. For this install, I'll be doing a deep side part styled with some bouncy curls. I already braided my client's hair straight back, so now I'm just placing the bowl cap on her head before installing the wig. For the bowl cap, I used sheer stockings, so the first thing that I did was cut off one of the legs to place on her head. Once you've placed the bowl cap on your client's head, you can then make a hole for your client's ear to go through on both sides. After you've done that, then you can trace your client's hairline using a thin layer of glue. When you put the bowl cap on your client's head, you want to make sure that it's stretched out all the way so you're still able to see your client's hairline through the cap. Once the glue is completely dried, I then used the makeup closest to my client's skin complexion and placed it across the entire cap where the lace will be showing. The makeup that I'm using is Ruby Kiss Cream Foundation. This is the makeup that I'll be using throughout the entire install. When you're cutting the rest of the cap off that you won't be using, you want to make sure that you get as close to your client's hairline with the scissors as possible, not leaving any little pieces of cap on. Once you've positioned the wig on your client's head where you want it, you can then use an angled brush and the same makeup and make a dotted line across your client's hairline so you can know exactly where to place the glue. When I'm making a dotted line, sometimes I do go a shade lighter so I can still see the dotted line when I lift up the wig. If you look closely, you can see exactly where I placed the dotted line on my client's hairline. Before placing the glue on your client's hairline, you must clean your client's hairline off without removing the dotted line. When you're spreading the glue across your client's hairline, you want to make sure not to go beyond the dotted line, because then if you do, you will have to leave extra lace on to cover the glue that you already placed on. If you do not cover all the glue with lace, it'll leave you with a sticky and white hairline. Once the glue is completely dried, you can then proceed with your second layer of glue. For each install, I use 3 thin layers of glue. Before placing the lace into the glue, you want to make sure that you stretch the lace as much as you can so you won't leave any rolls in the lace. As you guys can see, you can still see the cap through the lace, but I'm going to fix that later on in the install by placing makeup on top of the lace. When I was cutting off the lace for this part of the install, I did end up cutting off more of the hair that was already plucked because I felt as if it was plucked too much. Now I'm just placing my thin layer of glue on top of the lace so the lace can be extra melted. After I finished cutting off the entire lace that needed to be cut off, I then used the same makeup from the bowl cap and placed it on top of the lace. When I'm placing the makeup on the lace, I make sure to get every area that needs it, meaning that I lifted up the baby hairs and placed makeup underneath too. Now I'm using my bed head holding spray and placing a band on top for about 5 minutes so the lace can have time to melt. To style the baby hairs, I'll be using my edge brush, my red pencil flat iron, my cream of nature mousse, and my black Got2b glue gel. The first thing that I do is curl all the baby hairs with my pencil flat iron. Then I use my Got2b glue gel and place it mostly on the end of the baby hair so that when I'm swooping them, they stay in place. Also, to help the baby hair stay in place, I am using my thumb to hold the baby hair down after swooping them with the smaller side of my edge brush. For the styling part of this install, I will be doing some big wand curls. So I'm going to show you guys how I style about 4 curls before showing you guys the next step. So the products that I use for the curls are my Kenra holding spray and my Exava curling iron. When I'm curling my client's hair, I always curl away from their face so that when it falls right into their face. When I'm doing a wand curl, I first use the holding spray and spray on the hair that I'm curling. Then I comb all the product through the hair, and then I use the curling iron and place it at the root of the hair. Once I do that, I then drag the curling iron throughout the hair to trap the heat, and then that's when I wrap the rest of the hair around. As the hair is being curled, I do pull the curling iron throughout the hair so that the curl doesn't start at the root of the wig. Continue watching to see how I did 2 more of the curls on my client's wig. Once the baby hairs are completely dried, I then remove the wrap strips to begin the hot combing of the hairline. Before I hot comb my client's hairline, I always apply BioSilk to the parts that I will be hot combing. When I'm hot combing the hair, I always comb out the hairs first so that when I do hot comb it, they lay straight into place. Now I'm going to use my permanent marker and cover all the hairs that got over bleached. As you guys can see from me combing out the hairs, this hair holds curls very well. Every time I comb through the hair, they just bounce right back into place. To complete the install, I'm using the same makeup and I'm outlining the part to make it look sharper and neater. I also used that same makeup and placed it at the edge of the lace to remove the ashy look that was left from the wrap strips. Now continue watching for more clips of the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and thanks for watching.